Sorry, got to work both ends of the building. So welcome to our 2020 graduation celebration. We do this every year. Like we said, we're going to do it same, only different. So it's very different. We got it going on the internet right now, live stream. So those who couldn't be here can be here to some degree or another. So we have 5 graduates. We have Mackenzie Robinson. We have Viola, Tegan, Damon, and Grant. So we have 5 graduates, and we wanted to honor them. And what we have is we have 5 slideshows, some pictures that the families put together for each of them. We're going to show the slideshows, and I have copies of some of their accomplishments and their plans, and we'll read those. Then we have a special video message, and we'll have like an open mic time, and we'll dismiss everybody to the back for say hi and grab a cupcake and go. Hi and bye. That's it. As weird as it gets. So, Mr. Steve, I'm going to fire up Mackenzie's slideshow. I tried to put the pictures in order such that they would tell the story from smallest to as they grew. I don't know that I got them in the right order. Even on my own kid, I don't know that I got them in the right order. So anywho, we got several pictures. That's her gotcha day right there. I guess I didn't put it on loop. Sorry about that. I guess I should have read even while we're going. Mackenzie came into this world at only 1 pound and 7 ounces. She joined our family when she was 5 months old, fresh out of the NICU, weighing only 4 pounds and 4 ounces. Her prognosis was very poor, but she surpassed every expectation given to us by her doctors. She began school in a VE classroom and graduated with a traditional high school diploma. She always worked hard and gave her best effort. Mackenzie gets along well with everyone. You will never hear her say an unkind word about anyone. She loves animals and enjoys her job at the SPCA. She has not been able to work lately due to social distancing, but is really looking forward to going back when she can. Her favorite thing to do is spend time with her family. She hopes to continue to work with animals. And that's Mackenzie. So next up, as a matter of fact, Mackenzie couldn't be here this evening because of social distancing to keep her own self safe. So next up is Viola. That's your first day at McDonald's, right? Yeah. Dad was very proud of the new job? Yeah. There you go. There you go. Viola was in SGA, student government. She was in Mu Alpha Theta, the Math Honor Society. She played volleyball. She was in the environmental club. Her future goal is to be successful and to be able to make everyone around her proud. She just wants to thank her parents and everything, and siblings for always being there. She plans to go to East Florida for the first 2 years and major in either math or computer science, and she's not sure what college after that. So that's Viola. Next up, we got Tegan. Tegan was in the National Junior Honor Society in middle school and the National Honor Society in high school. She was in the band. She played flute for 3 years. She was a member of the Sources of Strength for 6 years. She entered Astronauts Health Academy for her freshman year. She's a member of Phi Theta Kappa, the Honor Society with East Florida. She's an honor graduate and was number 14 in her class of over 200 students. She maintained honor roll status almost the entire 4 years, darn that physics class, and earned her Certified Nursing Assistant CNA license, all while taking advanced placement courses and dual enrolling at East Florida State College, with just one class left to earn her AA degree prior to graduation. She was accepted to several colleges, however, decided to stick close to home and has already started attending classes at UCF. The plan is to become a nurse anesthetist. I can't even say that word. Close enough. Nurse anesthetist. Anesthetist. Okay. Anesthesia nurse. All right? There we go. I'll say it that way. She has dreamed of being a nurse since third grade after her mom explained that being a veterinarian wouldn't agree with her severe pet allergies. No, it probably would not. Would not. So that's Tegan. Congratulations. Next up is Mr. Damon. Contemplator. Damon's activities, he was in the poetry club, he was in the marching band. As you can see, he played flute also. He was the tallest of the flute players, for those who ever want to know. Yeah, that's how we find him. He was in concert band, he was in the full orchestra, he was in Latin club. He wants to thank the Hunter family, Mr. Mike, Miss Sue, Mr. Matt, the youth group, Miss Roseanne, and the church. His future plans, he's going to Florida Atlantic, the Wilkes Honors College with a major in neuroscience on a pre-medical track. Hopefully to be a paid researcher under a college government grant. He wants to become either a biomedical researcher or a neurosurgeon because of his interest in medicine from watching Grey's Anatomy. So, yep, very good. Damon was also a winner in this year's high school science fair. He was supposed to go on to state, but due to the virus situation, they didn't hold state competition. And that happens to a lot of these kids. I know with the band, they qualified for state on several things, but they didn't go. And the same with Damon. The unfortunate thing with science fair is there's money attached to it. So when you go to the state fair, there's good money, but anyways, it didn't happen. So we worked hard on that project this year. I know that too. All right, we got one graduate left. To be honest, I just threw pictures in there. I didn't count them. So Grant's is probably longer than everybody else's, so I'll just read while it's going. I also, like I said, I had trouble even discerning small from big, my own kid. So it might be out of order, but they are what they are. It's the red-headed kid. That's all he is. Working on VBS. This is his first season of soccer. Maybe the first year he touched the ball. I don't know. Well, door Christmas, always a part of our. Yeah, first time. And there's the first day of school for Grant and Craig. They were going off to kindergarten. Jamie was staying home. Science fair project with soccer balls. 4 and 8. We were at the same place today with the chickens. That's probably the first day of middle school because everybody else went to school and Grant had to just hang around because middle school starts so late. He plays trombone, just like his dad. Stood on top of a mountain or two. I don't know what happened to that cool t-shirt though. His backpack he was so proud of. Played a little high school soccer. Number 13. All 4 years number 13, right? Survived an alligator attack. Hurricane did a lot of damage around everywhere, so Grant got to help out with a little bit of that, like everybody else. And he got a fun trip in the backyard. Helped Amir and Amari with the ASVAB. And he's an honor scholar winner to Freed Hardeman. There's the boys with the band senior night. Latin Club went to Medieval Times. We got to go along this year. That was a good trip. They stood in order and they kept switching which order they came into the family or who was the oldest. It was a big, so we have like a dozen pictures of trying to figure that out. And there is the last day of school, which really is the last day of school because it didn't have the last day. If you knew it was the last day of school, you'd have had a picture, but they took a picture when the last day of school was supposed to be. So we got both ends of the spectrum there. Grant was in Latin Club. He was a Latin consul, which is kind of like he was the co-president of the club. He was in Math Honor Society. He was in the National Honor Society. He played for the Titusville High soccer team all 4 years. He was the captain of the JV team 2 years, and he played varsity his senior year. He was in the band all 4 years. He was the section leader twice. He wants to thank Miss Glenda and Miss Nan and me. I was all over the place and teaching me biblical basics. Thank you to Mr. Jim Seltzer for always checking up on me and caring about what I've gotten into in school. Thank you to Mr. Matt and Mr. Mike for expanding my faith through thought-provoking lessons that help me to ask the right questions. Thank you most of all to my caring, godly parents who have guided my every step to this day. Grant plans to attend Freed Hardeman University to not only further his education and mine, but to also build upon his faith and become a stronger man for God. All right, we're ready for our video message. We've got a video message from Matt. I'll go turn that on real quick.
I also want to tell you that I'm sorry that it has to be this way. To the class of 2020, Grant, Damon, Tegan, Viola, and Mackenzie, I just want to tell you how proud we all are of the accomplishment of graduating high school. In fact, it's one of the things that takes the longest in your life that you will do consistently. I also want to tell you that I'm sorry that it has to be this way because of the times that we're in, because of the craziness that we're in. I'll be honest and say, I made a mistake. The mistake that I made was losing track of time and scheduling two things at once. So instead of being here in person with you today, I'm giving you a video. I hope that's okay with you. I know not everybody might even show up in person themselves. So I hope that's okay with everyone. So let me start with Grant. Grant, it has seriously been a privilege to be your youth minister. And I'm telling you right now, I expect big things from you. We have had a special relationship, a relationship that really understands each other, that really you've challenged me to think about things that I wouldn't have thought about without you in my youth group. I hope I've taught you many things too. And I hope that you realize how special you are. Not just because you're smart, which we all know you are, but because of your heart. Your heart is special. Your willingness to serve God and lead in the church at such a young age is not found by many people. Very few in my ministry, in my youth ministry, have ever excelled the way you have ever taken responsibility the way you have. So I want you to know that. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you for the man that you've become. And I know you've had some times this year where you were a little bit discouraged. And I know we've talked about being spread thin versus if you would have just focused on a couple things. Let me tell you something else. You are so well-rounded because you've been willing to spread yourself out. And yeah, it might not have led to all the trophies and accolades that maybe you could have easily gotten, really. But it's made you so much better. So don't second guess yourself, because I know you have, and you shouldn't. Damon. Haven't known you quite as long as Grant, but I will tell you our relationship has been special right from the beginning. I love your curiosity. I love your willingness to look at things from all angles. I love that even though you've had some tough times in life, you haven't let it get you down. Every time I see you, you smile. Every time I see you, you bring joy to me. And that's special because I know that everything hasn't been the way it should have been for you. But you remember this, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, and I know you're going to accomplish a lot too. This is your family now. The Hunters are your family now. We're your family now. And we love you. And we look forward to seeing what the future has for you. And even though you've had a tough time, I want to tell you this. It's made you stronger too. You've had to deal with things and mature in ways other kids have not. And you've had opportunities because of those hard times. And you've had opportunities to learn new things because of those hard times that you wouldn't have had without them. Remember, we're always here for you. Tegan, the silent one. The one I always wonder what you're thinking, and right about the time I think I have it figured out, you tell me something different. I've always loved our relationship too. I love your answers in class, and I love your questions because they reveal your heart and your mind. They reveal how deep you really are and how much you're always thinking. But I want to give you some encouragement too. Be confident. I think you are. I know you are one-on-one with me. But be confident. You're a very special girl. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're witty. Be confident. Trust who you are. Trust whose you are. And I can't wait to see what happens with you too. Maybe you'll invent something. I don't know. I know you're awful crafty. Viola. I bet right now time is tough. And we feel for you. And we love you. And we love your family, and we're here for you. But I will never forget the deep conversations we've had just between you and me. I'll never forget that time on the porch at CFBC when you really opened up to me and I got to really see who you were, who you are. And I know that, again, you too, like Damon, have had some tough times, some things that you've had to deal with that not everybody else has to deal with at your age. And you've come through them stronger too, and better for it. And I just want you to know that I'm always here for you. When you're ready to have another one-on-one, I'm here for you. When you're ready to cry those giant tears that I've seen come out of your eyes, and I've never seen bigger tears. I'm here for you. Trust yourself. You're smart. Your discernment is good. You actually see right and wrong very easily when you want to. And again, we're always here for you. And we love you very much. And we think you're very special. Last but not least, Mackenzie. I have to start out by saying, Mackenzie, don't laugh until you cry, and don't cry until you laugh, because it seems like every time we get in a conversation, you're doing one or the other. Right? You're probably laughing right now, and you're probably having trouble keeping your breath because your brother Matt's just so funny. Which always leads to crying because you literally lose your oxygen. Mom's probably saying right now, Matt, stop, you're going to kill her. Mackenzie, everybody probably doesn't know your story the way I do. The amount of difficulty you've had to overcome. The fact that you were born so early and what that brought into your life, just from the simple struggle with breathing to even deeper things. I want you to know how proud our family is that you have graduated high school and what that means for your future. You can do anything you put your mind to. Don't forget that. And not only do you have this church family, but I'll go ahead and say it. You got one of the most special families on the face of the planet surrounding you every day. And we're proud of you, and we love you, and we will always be here for you. So let me say this to end. 2020 has been a crazy year. Summer's not going to happen like I hoped it would. The whole year hasn't happened like I hoped it would. But we're still here together. And we're going to make what's left of it as good as we can. And I know some of you are going to leave for college earlier now than we thought. So we're going to have less time to grow together before you go. But I want to give you some hope. One, college was one of the most exciting and fun times in my life. Growing up and getting a job and being self-dependent and productive in society is actually one of the most gratifying things in life. Don't be afraid of it. Meet life at every challenge. Don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. Don't be afraid to share God with those you love. The truth is, everybody's searching for Him, whether they know it or not. The toughest thing about life is this. There's a lot of lie, and there's a lot of truth. And I know a lot of you have heard this in my classes many times. The hardest part is figuring out the lie and understanding the truth. And truth is not simple. It is not basic. Truth is actually very deep. So once you even understand the truth, then you have to get to the deeper part of that. The Bible will lead you to the truth. Not everything the world feeds you is a lie, but the Bible is the only thing that's always the truth. Don't forget your faith. Here's the other reality about the college age. It's the time when most of us fall away. It's the time where we challenge the things we've been taught. It's the time where we stretch our boundaries. And sometimes we forget who we are. College was one of the greatest times in my life, but it's also when I did some of my I made some of my worst choices. And you will too, probably. Don't be afraid to meet life in its challenges. You're not always going to be perfect. You're not always going to be right. In fact, for me, I'm wrong a lot. But I think the thing that makes us grow and mature day by day is learning from our mistakes and growing from them as people. Learning from the things that we do that are great without letting them go to our head. I don't want to end this. I wish I could talk to you forever. There's so much I want to say. And I have a phone. And when you're wanting to talk, call me. Text me. I'm here. I'll always be here. I love you guys.
I didn't pre-think and actually have a decent background for this part of the program. So you get to look at the scuba diver and our desktop full of files we use. What we're going to do is kind of open mic. If you want to come talk about your kid, or one of the graduates wants to talk about themselves, here's a chance. Usually, parents, there's a lot of tears. It's a tough thing to do. So, anyone who wants to do that, that microphone's on. We can make it shorter. We can make it taller. I'll leave it with you guys.
Hi everyone, I am Viola's brother, oldest brother, and I would just like to congratulate everyone. Congratulations, this is a huge step in your life. And Viola, this is a huge step. I can't believe you've grown up this quickly. I remember when I used to carry her on my arms, my shoulders, and now I still can, but it requires a lot more effort. You are a very talented girl, and you work very hard, and that just shows. She's a full-time student, and she also has a full-time position, a manager position. Get that money. But I just wanted to let you know that your family is very proud of you, and we are always with you, and we're always going to be standing by your side, and we can't wait to see what amazing things God has in store for you, and just trust in God. God bless you. Thank you, guys.
Stupid mask. So, Krista would never be able to get up and talk in front of y'all, and as much as she'd like to, and as much as Tegan deserves to hear it, we're both absolutely proud of you. Papa, meanwhile, sitting right back there with you and your brothers. Just absolutely love the fact that you've grown into the beautiful young lady that we all knew you could. She made me this shirt, and this is exactly the way that we approached our relationship. It's a special thing that we get to share collectively as a family. You can turn the mic off. I can get louder if I need to. But everything that you've done has given all of us the opportunity to learn, how to look at things in a different way and grow together as a family. And I know that we've still got plenty more things to do. And everybody that sits up here is going to graduate. You guys are going to have your own experiences, and you'll learn how to, move forward with those yourself. Don't ever forget about your family. And don't ever miss an opportunity to expand your family and friends and just share the love. So thank you for all you've taught me. Thank you for letting me be dad. I'm sure Mom was just absolutely ecstatic. So you'll always be my kooky mom.
Hi everyone, I'm short. I'll just angle it down. Hi, I'm Taylor Ferris, and it is a privilege of every older sister to get to talk about her little brothers when they graduate. And so I just wanted to take a few moments to kind of cherish you guys. Again, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Taylor Ferris. I went to North Brevard in my high school years, and they supported me through a death in my family. And so there's a long history of family love at this church and supporting them. particularly Doug and Camille, through that time. I am their oldest, but I am no longer their newest child. Damon, I think, has taken that place. Anyway, so just a special connection to a few of you guys. Damon, we haven't known you long, but we love you a whole lot, and I feel a kindred connection to you and your story. I'm honored to share a second set of parents with you, and you are so worthy of love and acceptance. You deserve kindness and gentleness the way you gift it to others, and an increasing amount. Chase your dreams with that unique determination you have, and let us help you along the way. We want to be there for you. Grant, your entertaining quips and heartfelt one-liners are a consistent bright spot over the past few years. You guide and protect your siblings continually. You find ways to make us all laugh, and you love and listen to our parents wisely. You deserve respect and attention when you ask for it, but also when you don't. I'm honored and so thankful that you accepted me as your first non-traditional sibling. And I am thrilled and so proud of how you've accepted those who came after me. I hope all of our graduates use the rest of the summer to soak up love and wisdom from this church family. They have so many great things to offer you guys. And I also hope you spend some time dreaming about the future and about the story that you want to write with your life. The next few months will bring the first steps into adulthood. And they have the potential to set you on a path for unique greatness if you let them. So therefore, go into all the world, making, creating, and serving. Remembering always that he is with you, I am with you, and we are with you till the end of the age.
It's not that I can't talk, I just can't talk without crying, so. So first off to all of y'all, congratulations. Obviously everybody's, said that and what a huge step it is, but I am up here for my Pookie and just to say how proud I am of you, and I know you've worked really hard. Thank you for letting me go to every first day of school. Taking all the silly pictures and just doing your best and making me so proud, and thank you for making me a mom. That's what I always wanted, was be a mommy of little girl. So I'm just so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you do. Okay.
Okay, so all y'all know me because y'all watched me grow up, but my brothers are graduating, and that's pretty cool. And then y'all are pretty cool too. I'm going to say something about all y'all. So I'm so glad that I have Grant as my brother to put me in my place and be the first child, the test subject of everything. He's also the genius we all knew my dad would have. Yeah. Damon, the first few months with you was rough, but me and you, we're pretty close now. So that's pretty cool, and I'm glad that you have entered my life. Okay, Tegan, I don't really know you that well because you just started coming to our church a couple years ago, but you seem really cool, so that's great. Okay, Viola, oh, that's my dog. It was so fun last year at Teen Week when we would eat and hang out all the time with Benny and all the other random kids from our youth group. and yeah. And then Mackenzie, I never really got to know you, but you also seem pretty cool. So, woo.
All right, anybody else? Graduates, want to speak? Speak on your behalf, forever hold your peace? No? Okay. That's how it rolls sometimes. I don't know. It's what? Well, it's those two. Can I speak on those two? Probably. For a long time, probably. But yeah. I'll speak on the boys. With Damon, Damon's come into our life this year. He's been there through some. We've had some tough times this year. He's been there right there with all of it. Damon's fit right in. I'm proud of Damon. He's come along with us here. He's latched on with the youth group with the worship service. Damon led the closing prayer for one of the worship services last week because I was short on guys. He just automatically stepped up and just did it, and he did a fantastic job. I'm proud of him for being that. I'm proud of him for continuing all the plans, like going to college, the plans to be a doctor. Like I said, I told you earlier with the science fair, I mean, he did an amazing job with the science fair. We had one of those things, we had to be in like 10 places at one time. He had science fair in Cocoa Beach. I think there was a soccer. Jamie has solo ensemble in Vieira, and Grant had a game at Titusville or Merritt Island, something like that. It's one of those nights when we had to be 3 places at one time, and that gets to be a little tricky sometimes. I know they've learned how to juggle bathrooms. One bathroom for the kids, and they've learned to share a little space sometimes, so that's pretty good. But I'm proud of Damon for going on, moving on. He's a Taco Bell worker. He's been there for a year, and they threw him a party, got him a T-shirt. So he's training kids at Taco Bell, not just kids, adults, trains people. So if you go to Taco Bell by the high school and food's not right, it wasn't him. He'd fix it. There's a secret at Taco Bell. If you're not happy, they just give you more food. So it's just the easy way to do it. So make everybody happy. He's been a flute player. Like I said, with the band and stuff, he was a big part of that. So him and Grant have been friends for a long time, and I'm glad to see that continue. So Grant and Damon and their buddy Mark, they even had the bald pack, which went back to what, middle school? Middle school, yeah, there you go. It didn't quite go bald, but there goes the hair. So anyhow, they all shaved it off. So big step, big step to go that way. I'm used to it, so, but it's a big step for them. Grant, I thought we'd have a baseball player because I played baseball, played softball together, didn't we? For many, many years, I thought we'd have a baseball player. I signed him up for soccer, and we lived the soccer life for a long time. 14 years. 14 years of soccer. That's a lot of practices, a lot of games. We had to spend a lot of time in the truck together. Anymore, that time sometimes has Jamie with us, sometimes it has Ashanti with us. Sometimes it's had about 10 other guys with us as we go everywhere. But I love to be outside, and it just so happens soccer's outside. It's a great place to be. I watched many a sunset. It's been a great time. I've been lucky enough to announce the high school games for the last couple of years, and that's been a lot of fun. Just watching them, having a little fun with the town even. So I get to do that. Like I said, originally I thought Graham would be a baseball player. Have you ever played baseball? Maybe? So, once. So soccer's been our life. Between soccer and church, that's where you find us. He's a hard playing player. The coaches will always tell you, not just for me, but as he's played for others, he gives everything he has out on the field. And that's how I'd like it to be. I always, whatever he does, give 110%. He comes off probably one of the sweatiest kids of all time sometimes. He will, as you saw some of the pictures with his hair and stuff, the hair goes crazy as he does that. He's played about every position on the field, too. And he's a goalkeeper, he'll play goalkeeper. So anyways, I'm very proud of him, proud of what he's done in school. Him and Damon are like, I think, the top 2 AP class takers at Titusville High this year, right? They think. They don't, not 100% sure, but I think the 2 of them have taken more AP classes than anybody. It's a tough way to go. It really is, take those kind of AP classes. But they've done very well with those. Grant's planning on going on to be a math major. He's wanting to be a teacher. Sometimes people discourage that, but people I know who teach have been happy with that, and it's kind of half now, half later thing. It might not pay you great now, but the retirement starts at 52, so or whatever it is. The retirement starts early, and he loves to teach. They had a problem last year with that calculus. The calculus teacher quit, so we had a couple nights a week that we had a calculus class here at the church building. Chance to work with kids to help them get past the test. So I'm sure he'll do fine with that, more than fine. He'll lead the way. He's going to Freed Hardeman. He's wanted to go there forever. That's kind of his plan. They show up at the Bible camp. They show up at Lads and Leaders. He's talked to the representatives. He's been on campus. That's Camille's hometown. That's Camille's alma mater. So it was kind of, we knew that was kind of where he's going to go. So he'll be happy there. He's already found him a roommate. So he knows his roommate from camp. So they've been friends there. So they're going to be friends. And I look for great things from him from there. It was kind of sad as I went to soccer tryouts this last week by myself. I drove myself to the field, watched the soccer tryouts, and drove myself home. So it's going to be a little strange. So I don't know how long that'll go, but we're going to give it a shot. I'm doing it for Shanti, so who also is part of our family like Taylor. So anyhow, that's the deal. So anybody else got anything to say? Anything funny? Anything weird? Anything that brings tears to your eyes? No? Nobody? No? Okay.
Hello, I'm Damon. I don't do speeches. I'm like super shy right now, but none of the other graduates are doing it, so I decided to step up, and on behalf of all of us, I just want to thank everyone, physically present, digitally present, and also spiritually present. Right now, we're taking a big step in our lives, and it's pretty nerve-wracking. I know we have a lot of preparation that we've done, colleges selected, jobs filled out, but we can't do it without all of you. Every single person here, I've been through a couple families so far in my life, and this one has been the warmest, the kindest, and the best for my growth. I haven't done as much as I've ever have this year, almost in my entire life. There's so many opportunities that the Hunter family and this church have brought me. Before I joined the Hunter family, I was going to the calculus club because the calculus teacher quit unexpectedly. And from then on, they just have pushed me to do my best in every single opportunity I can. And I just want to thank them especially, and everyone else here that continues to support your own kids, your own families, and even outside families, loved ones, coworkers, anything. Keep being you, and thank you again.
One thing I forgot to say about Grant, although I expected a baseball player and we didn't get one, we demanded a band kid. That was something Camille and I both wanted before we had kids, was we wanted a kid in the band. We've got, at least 2. So that's a good thing. Did you have a good experience with the band? Yeah? Good. We did. So we had a band kid, and we're super happy with that. And we also got a song leader. So we didn't know that he'd be a song leader, but he is. He'll be a song leader this Sunday again. Terrible thing about being an elder's kid, too. Hey, I need a song leader Sunday. It's you. So we'll get to him to be a song leader here a couple more times before he goes off to college. He'll go off to camp, but then he'll go off to college. So, anywho. We are going to dismiss the graduates to the fellowship room. And they are going to they have special tables set up with decorations and such back there, right? Mementos and such. So they're going to go back there. And then we're going to go back in a few minutes so we can congratulate them, give them a card, have a cupcake. Alrighty. I don't know how much time it had to take to set up. I can't imagine too much. Right? Already set up. Just gonna sit down probably. All right. Not too many of us. If you want to wander to the fellowship room, take your time, go back there, congratulate them, love on them. Thank you all for coming too.